Hi everybody, today we are not doing live, but I'm just going to show you a really quick how-to using our awesome new Swish transfer. So this is going to be really fun and quick. Go ahead and check it out. We have here our A-size Swish transfer, our nice little board. It's really easy to use. I have finished this, stained it, and waxed it so that I'm able to just chalk and go. We have candy apple, an older pumpkin pie color, and we have, of course, our white and a few different sizes of our squeegees down here. So let's go ahead and get going by opening up our Swish transfer. The transfer is in a nice little jacket, and it has a hanging hole so you can hang your transfers if you want. It's labeled on the back, so we'll set that aside. All of the transfers have these little cut lines you can see. We're going to use scissors to cut these apart, and you can also use your paper trimmer if you really want to make sure you've got straight, perfect lines. I just think that this is easier, so that's what I am going to do. Now, this particular transfer set comes with 5 different transfers, and part of it is the 2-step process of the basketball hoop. So we will transfer this first, and then this will go on top of that, and of course then we'll get the words and the ball and all of that. So it's going to look something like this when we are all done. And we're going to have the ball over top going into the basket. So it's going to look like that when we are done. We'll set these aside because those will go on after this is dried. And we'll kind of set these on here centered. Basically, I'm just going to write a B on the back of them so we know what side is the back, and then anyone who uses these will know that those are the back, and after we peel them it'll be easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, so I do want game on at the top, so I'm going to peel this, and I'm going to set my backers up here. I'm going to take my fuzzing cloth right here, and I'm just going to fuzz this a couple times. It doesn't need a lot of fuzzing on this board with the wax. And I'm just going to kind of center it at the top. You can do the eyeball center, like just check it out and make sure it looks centered. However, I'm going to take my little ruler. It's about a 6-inch board, and we just need to move over slightly, and then we will be in the center. So that should be pretty good. And really make sure that you have perfect. Make sure that you have push this down exactly where you want it. And now I'm going to use this center with the rest of this. So I will do my fuzzing here again. With each piece I will fuzz. And I'm just going to kind of center it with that, because since this is already centered, there's no need to really worry about it so much. You can just kind of make sure that that gets centered. And the words down here will get fuzzed, and then of course centered again. There we go. Looks pretty good. So we're gonna use red and then white because those are my son's colors, and we'll go ahead and do our red at the top. I'm going to dip into our candy apple. It says game on, and I don't need a lot. This is a really tiny transfer, but we're just gonna go over it a couple times, make sure that everything is on there, and take our excess off. Make sure there are no lines. It's a nice thick color. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna set that down. We're just gonna peel. There we go, game on. Now, this, the words are a little bit distressed purposefully so that it kind of looks like chalked words. So you can see that if I lift it up, because I know it's kind of hard for you to read, but there it is. Now we're gonna do the white, and I'm gonna use a little bit of a larger squeegee, pick up my white, and just start applying it liberally all over here. And as you kind of distribute the chalk on here, now you're gonna change from applying the chalk to actually scraping off the excess, and literally you change the angle of the squeegee. So you're going from more of a up and down to almost like just completely scraping it. And then I'm gonna peel this one. Great. Put this in my water bath to wash it. We'll wash it in a bit. And this one, it looks a little crooked, so I'm gonna adjust it just slightly. There we go. Okay, so now we are going to do this one also in the red. I can use the same small squeegee if I want, or I could dip into a larger one. We just really want to get the chalk paste across the whole thing. So it'll take a few more passes by using a smaller squeegee, but it still works. Instead of just getting it all in one, we will just have to do it a few times. But it's such a small area that it really does not matter at all that I'm using such a small one. And I think we're ready to peel this. And voila. Okay, now that's gonna go into my water bath again. And those will just kind of sit in there until I am totally done and have time to wash each of those transfers. We're gonna dry this a little bit. So easy peasy. Once, especially this white part, we want to dry because we're gonna overlay the ball and the net. The netting is gonna get overlaid here. Make sure it's not sticky at all. And then make sure it's cooled and not heated from that dryer. We'll go ahead and do the net. This net is going to be in red, so we will fuzz it because it's going over other chalk paste. And we just have to line it up on this little spot right here. Looks good. And we're going to use the red. There we go. All done. No lines. It's a pretty easy transfer to use, and it's gonna be really fun. My son is gonna love it. So there we go. We've got the basketball hoop ready to go. Put this transfer in my water. Dry this again, and then we're gonna add the ball, the ball to it. Okay, so the last fun part is this little ball, and we're gonna put the ball going right in there. Yeah, and we're gonna use our this darker orange color. This is called Pumpkin Pie if you have it. And I'm gonna do a few passes because we're on top of that white chalk paste. So I wanna make sure that all the color is distributed evenly. And then we will peel. There we go. That looks awesome. I'll show it to you up close. Give it a little bit of a dry time so I don't mess it up. And here you go. We've got the fun game on the basketballs, and may all your swishes come true. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, and you are a customer and would like to join my VIP group, my customer VIP group, go ahead and type add me into the comments. If you are interested in learning more about joining Chalk Couture as a designer, go ahead and type join in the comments and I will give you links. One is for my customer group and one is for my opportunity group where I go live every Monday at 9 p.m. and talk about the opportunity. If you are from Canada, go ahead and type Canada in the comments and I will send you some information because we are launching this spring in Canada and currently we are taking pre-registration, which is awesome. We are going to be able to actually, you would be able to register right now and it will save your spot. So when I give you your information, you will be able to register for free. It's actually a pre-registration and it saves your spot as a designer in Canada. So you'll be one of the first designers in Canada. It is super, super fun and I hope you do join us. In the meantime, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day and I will see you back here again soon. Bye everybody.